We're just going to ease on into 2023. So this is the first book haul of 2023, and I really didn't go anywhere in January. It was cloudy and dark and a chilly 40 degrees, so I really didn't want to go out in that. And I'm a little bummed about the bookstore selections near me, so I still need to find that good used bookstore that's relatively close, that doesn't exist. Because the thrift shops around here are kind of a joke. There's a Goodwill that has nothing in it, and then a thrift shop that's selling like paperbacks for $5 a piece. So you're really not finding treasures there. It's not like you're going through the garbage heap of discards and finding that really sought after book. Anyway, but I did take advantage of some sales. Books A Million had a 2 buy 2 get 1 free sale. And it was all their books. So whether they were in stock and available or they were pre-orders and shipping separately, it was buy 2 get 1 free. They had 3 books that I thought fit the bill. I shared it on my Facebook page, and I don't know how many people took advantage of it, but I went over to the signed editions section and found 3 authors that I want to read more of, or just read, and they had signed books coming out. So the first one is Bret Easton Ellis, The Shards. And I've never read anything by him. I want to read American Psycho. I got Lunar Park at a thrift shop back in Chi-Town. And still, I've never read anything by the man. And I am very, very curious. This seems interesting. It's about a kid in high school in LA, and there's some serial killers going on, some things like that. He's involved somehow. And, you know, what the hell? I do like Bret Easton Ellis's signature, by the way, so that was a bonus. I have it in my copy of Blood Meridian, Suntup edition. He signed it. He did the introduction. So I got that going for me. And then someday, if Paul Suntup actually does a Bret Easton Ellis book, maybe he'll do The Shards. I will already say I am a fan. Maybe he'll do American Psycho. Centipede did it. I want it. Don't have it. I'll get it. I'll find it. The thing I didn't like is that this book came shipped in a stupid envelope, and the dust jacket was all torn. It was poking out through the bag. So when I got it, I emailed them. Let's see if they're going to make it right. But like, it looks like my dog ate it. My dog didn't eat it. My dog can't even jump up on my lap, let alone my shelves here. So that's a bummer. But a first edition signed book, and, you know, I basically got it for 33% off. The second book of the 3 is Grady Hendrix's How to Sell a Haunted House. Grady Hendrix has quite the following. I have many of his books, never read any. You might have seen It's Terrific unbox his Barnes & Noble exclusive. And it's exclusive because it has a sticker over here that says Barnes & Noble exclusive. Essentially, I think it has another introduction or a different introduction written by Grady Hendrix, which is cool. Bonus content's cool. And then it becomes a desirable collectible, man. And I was jealous because his signature in his signed copy from Barnes & Noble had a doodle. So when I got this and I saw I had a doodle, I thought, ha, good for me. That is good for me. So this also has a doodle. I don't know if Grady Hendrix did the doodle in all his copies of How to Sell a Haunted House, but I know I got it, and that's all I need to know. Now, this came also in that stupid bag. I bought 3 books from Books A Million, and they all are shipping separately. So the first one was The Shards, and it got damaged in the mail. The second one is How to Sell a Haunted House, and it came relatively fine. There was no issue with it. And the third I haven't gotten yet because that doesn't release till February. And that one is Stephen Graham Jones' Don't Fear the Reaper, signed. Now, I only paid for 1 shipping fee, and I don't remember. It wasn't exorbitant. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the word correctly because I never say it. I hardly ever write it. Why am I using it? I don't know. I don't think I said using. correctly just now. I don't word. I don't English. Anyway, that's coming in February, and we'll see. So they are doing triple the shipping on one order, but not charging me more, and they're not bundling it to ship them all together. So it is their loss, but if you ship the books like crap and I want them replaced, then what's the use? Anyway, so those are the two of the three that came from Books A Million. I can't wait to read How to Sell a Haunted House. Let me know in the comments below what's the best Grady Hendrix book to start with. What should I read? I got like all of them. I got Final Girl Support Group, Horror Store, My Best Friend's Exorcism, We Sold Our Souls. I'll be getting Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. So which one should I start with? What do you recommend? Hit me in the comments. Don't hit me, but place words in the comments. Up next is a book from my neighbor, Jeff Strand, his newest, Demonic. This just came out. It's printed on demand from Amazon, and it sounds bonkers. It's a book about a guy who's falling in love with his coworker. The problem is she's married. You know, that's a drag. Oh, it makes it worse. She's married to a serial killer. Oh, you know what else is worse than that? This serial killer husband is involving her in his gruesome, savage brutality crime epic spree. So it's going to go bonkers. Made me think of Pressure and Deathless by Jeff Strand. The only two full-length novels I've read by the guy, and they were really good. I like Deathless a lot more than Pressure. So I have high hopes for Demonic. And this is going to be, I think, a February read for me. That's right, I pronounced the R in February. Demonic. Maybe I'll drive over to Jeff Strand's house and get him to sign it. Sign this. How do you know where I live? Sign this. The last book in my first book haul of 2023 was a surprise gift from producer Jill. She heard me whining about it on one of my lives that I wanted this book, and she went and bought it, and then it came to the house because that's how commerce works. It's The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum. Now, I read Let's Go Play at the Adams, and it's always compared to this book because they're both either loosely or explicitly based on the murder of Sylvia Likens in Indiana back in the 50s. A brutal murder where a woman who is taking care of two sisters just brutalizes one of them. She targets one girl for brutal torment, and she involves children from the neighborhood on her torture, and it's barbaric. It's not known if Let's Go Play at the Adams was tied to that event. Or at least I don't know if it's known. I haven't seen that in any writings on that book. But Jack Ketchum has said that this book is based on that crime, which is horrific. The people who compare Let's Go Play at the Adams to The Girl Next Door say this is far more brutal, and they can't read much after they read this. It's extreme. And so, kind of dreading it. I do want to compare the two, but I'm not a fan of Brain Poison. However, Offspring and Off Season were incredible books by Jack Ketchum, and they were pretty barbaric. So I'll see what it is for me personally, because every book means different things to different people, and I am excited and happy to finally have it. This is a much discussed book. There's a famous copy from the same publisher, Overlook Connection Press, that's signed by Stephen King. I would love that. So if you want to send it to me, just go ahead and send it to me. In the meantime, I'll read this one. So as promised, that's the haul. There wasn't a whole lot to share with you. I hope some of these titles are intriguing enough for you to go out and get. 3 of them are brand new, so this is as buzzy as I get, I think. 3 brand new titles, and they're all trade editions. So you can go out and get those. If you've read any of them, hit me up. Let me know what you think. I'll be doing book reviews when I do read them. Like I said, Demonic is probably going to be the first out of this stack that I get to, because I've read so little of Jeff Strand and I really like his stuff. So, and I interviewed him on this channel for Deathlist, so you might want to check that out too. But Happy New Year, if I didn't get to tell you that previously. I know we're done. We're done with the month, but that's fine. See, I like to wish everybody a Happy New Year after you've had time to settle down, pay those Christmas credit card bills, really get into your rhythm for the year, you know, maybe break a resolution or two, lower your standards enough to appreciate a Happy New Year wish from somebody who isn't ever punctual. So as always, go out, have a book, have a beer, and stay frosty.